finding it.
Link it and we can do a... How many...
I'm finding it!
Fucking hurry up then!
Mate.
How many, like, characters are in it? Because we can all be a character and dramatic read it.
Is Ab in there? That'd be so funny. Because Ab's definitely linked to BOTB, obviously.
Well, yeah, him and BOTB made their retarded love child.
Oh yeah. That.
That.
Forgot about that. The funny thing is, it looks more original than most of, like, any of the base rip-offs. Brings me joy. Oh. Do I iron the coat for Amy, or do I not? I kind of can't be fucked.
Yes. Don't do it then.
Oh yeah, are we wearing lab coats this weekend?
Oh shit, no, it does need ironing. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm bringing mine.
Yeah. I'll probably bring mine as well.
Then they don't take up too much room, might as well. Seeing as all the lab coats are down there.
I found it.
Alright, link it.
I can't link it because I'm very mean.
Oh, for fuck's
I'm going
sake.
to read it out.
Right, dramatic reading, Cody. Go.
Years ago, base was an animatronic.
Hang on. Dan, mute yourself. Thank you.
Go.
Years ago, base was an animatronic at a human child's house.
Wrong.
One day, the owner came to her and started unplugging her. She couldn't move or talk because she was
Like me, Daddy.
They thought she was an inanimate object. The owner said, "Well, Base, you've been a good girl, but the kids need something new, cute, young." He said as he unplugged her soul was filled with anger and misery.
Me on Monday.
They gave her to a preschool. She was still in order, but still creepy. The kids cried, screamed at her, and she could not take it anymore. Base killed them all, not leaving one left.
Okay.
She realized that she was alone until she heard the small cry of a child. Base saw the little girl and kneeled down to her. "Why must you cry, little one?" Base said in a motherly tone. The little girl looked at her and tried not to scream, but she just had to. She screamed at Base. Base grabbed her by the neck and brought her down to the basement and chained her up for 19 years.
Same.
The girl was left there to die. All hope was lost. As she cried all her years and hoped someone would hear her. She worshipped any light she saw from the cracks in the wall as the building started to decay. Base wandered around the building alone. She started to go crazy. She injured herself purposely, and the small girl grew. As the small girl grew, the chains grew with her.
That probably means along the lines of Base replaced them. Hopefully. I hope that's what it means.
Weak and tired. Years later, 3 adults found the old building in the woods. They say that humans killed these kids. Keep it down. You don't want to wake the spirits. Base watched them from the building, remembering when she was young, like them. There were 3. Vixen, Melody, and Nyan. Melody was scared out of her mind. One of them said, "Why don't we split up first and scream looses?" They agreed. As all 3 split up, wandering the building, Melody shivered, and she knew something. They weren't alone. Behind her, Base was breathing down Melody's neck. "Boo," Base said as Melody turned around, screaming as Base laughed. Melody ran downstairs and looked at Nyan. "Something is here." Nyan was scared as well, but Vixen wasn't scared. 2 yellow eyes came round the corner, and the clock ticking was heard.
No, fuck the clock.
They
You gotta
both screamed.
That
They
shit would
screamed
scare
and
me.
ran outside the building with Vixen following. Vixen nickered. "I won," she teased. Melody exclaimed, "What was that?" Nyan replied, "I don't know." A moment later, Melody went back in there and went right into the basement and heard a small voice. "Hello there." Melody turned around and saw nothing. It was dark, and she asked, "Where are you? Show yourself." The voice replied, "I wish I could," but she pulled on the chains. Melody pulled out her glowing sword and pointed it at the girl in the chains. Melody gasped. Who are you? The girl, she smiled sweetly. I'm Amy. My name's Amy. Yes, Amy. I remember now. Melody helped her out of the chains and asked, "How long have you been down here for?" Amy said, "Ever since I was 1 year old. The monster taught me to speak." Amy smiled sweetly, and Melody got the chains off. Amy stood, and Melody grabbed her paw and got outside. Vixen sneered and handled her gun. "Use this." Amy looked at it and didn't know what it's for. "What is it?" Vixen laughed a moment and said, "It's a gun. Yan, teach it some junk." Amy held the gun tight. She said, "I've been down there for so long, I don't know what anything is." They all looked surprised and sad for her. Melody shook the thought from her mind and said, "I'm going to teach that thing a lesson."
Same.
Melody, show yourself. She held the sword close and looked around for the glowing eyes. A ticking clock sounded, and Melody turned to face where it came from. "Come out," yelled Melody. Bass looked at her with her glowing eyes that seemed to spin. "Why should I?" said Bass. Melody filled with rage and sliced where she saw the eyes. Bass teleported to a different dark corner and snickered teasingly. "Whoops, missed me. But do answer my question, doll."
I didn't know
Melody
Bass could
screams.
teleport.
So
Original son of Donut Steel.
Melody screams, "So I can kick your butt." Bass's 4 ears perked up and she said, "I'm basically invincible."
Same.
Whoa.
You cannot
okay.
defeat the Smiler.
OP.
Cody, you need to do
At least-
voices.
I'm struggling to fucking read this in general, so I can't like.
Do Bass's voice then. Just go, what? Everything.
What the chuff? At least let me try. Bass argued, "I'm a replaced animatronic. Try me." Bass came out and fell to her knees as and Melody looked at her. "Are you doing this because you're sad and you got replaced, or because you need revenge?" Bass looked at her. "I'm doing this because I can." She snapped jaws at Melody and tried not to cry.
Bass,
But
we'll give you
tears
expose. Will that
flashed
make you feel better?
Expose base, please.
Came down. Tears of black oil came down her face. Melody softened. Who did they replace you with?" Bass replied with angry sadness.
Abaddon.
Koto Tate, and my mission is to kill her." Melody took a step back. "You just need to deal with this," Bass argued back. "I just can't deal things like this." Bass faded away,
Crying
and Melody
Skrillex
grabbed her
noises.
paw and faded with her. They appeared at a human children's arcade where Bass evilly laughed. "Mwahaha! Mama's
Yeah.
back. You kids remember me?" All the children screamed and cried as Bass looked around for Koto Kate. "There's the princess we all know and love." Koto Kate flinched when she saw Bass. "Oh, hi." Koto nervously giggled. "I'm sorry that they wanted me, not you. Sorry, you're old news." Bass flinched at those words. "I'm here for something unfinished." Bass jumped and bit her neck with her metal claws shimmered before she slashed Kate.
Same.
Kate gasped for one last breath as she fell down. She laid on the ground dead, and Melody kneeled beside Kate and looked in disbelief. Bass laughed as the children cried and screamed. Fiona and workers gathered around and sent everyone home.
While Bass is still standing there in front of a dead body.
They looked at Kate, dead. Melody whispered to Bass as she looked at Kate's dead body. "You monster." Bass faded away and said, "Bye-bye, children." Melody
Bye,
Bye.
base.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Melody didn't know where she was or how she got back on campus. She looked at one of the workers and said, "What state is this?" The worker replied in sadness, "It's New York. The college is over there." Melody ran back to her campus, bumping into Jack. Jack looked at her. "Sorry, my bad." Melody dropped her book and Jack picked up and handed to her. Melody smiled and blushed. "Heck, it's okay." Jack looked at his phone and said, "So Kate died?" Melody nodded. "I watched the whole thing." Jack flinched Wow. They said she powered down, right? Melody looked confused. No, Base killed her. Jax took a small step back, but Base fused out years ago. Melody shook her head. All incorrect. She's still alive in a dark building in the woods.
Incorrect, peasants. Let me tell you the real story.
Wrong.
Wrong.
Melody blushed surprised. Wow, I best must be on my way. Melody blushed and said, "Okay." They parted ways, but then that was something nobody would forget, knowing Base was alive and put everyone on edge.
Guys, I have to confess something. I'm scared for my survival. Every time I go to school, I think Base is after me, and
I am experiencing fear right now.
I'm just going to put, well, that was an adventure.
Oh, that was beautiful.
can you get Amy to comment? Just say same.
Base, I'm going to save it.
Can we start quote? Has Amy read that?
No.
Oh boy. She needs to read it because I want to quote it at her. Not even to her, just
What?
at her.
It's like, goodbye, children.
There's no
Goodbye,
reference to ha
bitch.
ha ha at all. How dare they? There's moo ha ha,
What
which
the
isn't
hell
the
did I
same.
just listen to?
Good shit, Dan. Good shit.
Let's
It
see.
was some good shit.
Oh my god, it's like, wait. Oh no, that's just copied the thing that I've sent to Mushrooms, which I can't send there.
I thought he was about to say there's a part 2. I would listen to a part 2.
Mate, we need to get that published. It's an amazing story.